We never knew marriage is this hard.
We never knew it's this hard.
Marriage is not for the weak.
It is known.
Hello, what's up, guys? This is your most and loved favorite couple,
Zimaweje family.
Yes, guys, we never knew marriage is this hard. We've been married almost for 2 years now.
Yeah, and when we got married, you remember, guys, we decided, because we looked at different people who are in marriage, we found out there are almost two kinds of people. Number one kind of person is the people who are saying, now me, I'm just keeping my children. They are no longer enjoying their marriage. And they are kind of people who are really enjoying their marriages. Like, they are happy, they're excited. So we decided, me and my wife, to say that we have to be that happiest couple. We want to enjoy our lifestyle. You know, we want to be the example that when other people who are not even yet married, when they look at us, they want to get married. They want to be so much happy like the way we are. So guys, 2 years down the road, we have found out that there are also challenges. It doesn't matter which road you face, you choose, but there are a lot of challenges that we have faced in these 2 years. At least we have been together.
So guys, if you're already married, you know what you're talking about. If you're aspiring and hoping to get married one day, this video is going to help you understand something. So first of all, the first thing that we have seen, the first challenge when you get married is learning to stay together. I tell you, there is no hard thing like staying with someone you never grew up with. Different backgrounds, different raisings, different culture. Especially for me and my husband. Now it's even different countries, different tribes, different cultures. So it's
different
even
beliefs.
That's true.
You know, sometimes someone brings the chicken legs at home and you don't want to see
someone
them.
Forces you to eat senen. So guys, you find out that learning to stay together with someone you never grew up with.
If siblings who grow up together can fight,
my God,
what about people? What about people who are just coming together when they are adult already? So guys, I'm sure you can relate. Is learning to stay together as two people. It has been really a bit hard, but God has helped us. God has helped us.
You actually have to learn to stay with someone else. To learn to stay with someone invading your space, you know, everything, like
you learn to tolerate some things. I'm telling you.
You see, just like siblings, you can be with annoying siblings, but since they're your brothers and sisters, you still forgive them, you still see them tomorrow. It's like marriage. That's one of the hardest, by the way. Just learning to share your space with someone, staying with someone you never grew up with.
And for me, my advice mostly for those people who are just getting married, when you get married, get yourself time to stay, maybe 6 months, 1 year, when you are like alone of
not
two of you, not getting a maid, like to know each other, just to learn to accommodate one another,
to get in each other's nerves.
Let me tell you a story. During COVID, you know, sometimes in marriage, some people just live together because they are far from each other. A man can go to work and comes back in the evening, they meet the lady. In COVID, there are so many marriages that broke,
that
they failed marriages because a man now had to know how to accommodate themselves in the home.
In the home, you look at this one, is that how you look like?
This nose. Is this a nose that I married?
You start looking at your partner's feet. You say, you have this feet.
You have this feet. So learning to stay together as a couple,
it's very important.
It's very important, but it's also hard a bit. But at least when you get married, give yourself time to learn. Accommodate,
together.
Tolerate one another. Tolerate that big nose you see.
Everything will work out well.
Another thing that makes marriage a bit hard is the money issue when it comes to money things.
Money.
Mostly when, for example, my wife was working, she was earning her own money, I was working, I was making my own money. Now coming together, because now everyone, she has her own money, I have my own money. Now when we come together, it has to be our money. By the way, it says that my money is our money, and my money is your money still, and yours is your money. So guys, to come on one page to say this is our money, when you get this money hard. It's really hard. Money issues, you understand, guys.
Yeah, actually that's one of the biggest challenges, because you find out that if you still having this thing of my in marriage, it has to go hours.
It has to be hours. It has to change.
If you want to build a successful marriage, you have to start our money, our what, because I've seen truly it's one of the hardest things, because when you get married, you still have that selfish thing in you, that everything is yours. But now you have to learn to share.
It has to be ours. Most on money.
On the money issues.
By the way, this gene knows how to keep money more than men. Most of the times they know.
Women, we know how to plan, budget, and stuff like that.
Yes, guys, and now for us, at least we are in good terms on that kind. But if you are getting married, just know that it has to turn from my to ours. Because if it's still yours, you find out you not plan anything together that will come to fruition. When you start saying our money, that's when you start progressing. So guys, one of the other biggest challenge, it seems simple when it is spoken, but it's very hard. It's submission. You know, wives, even the Bible says you're supposed to submit to your husband.
So when people talk about submission, it sounds so easy. You get married, you go to that husband's house to serve, not to be served.
Yes.
So submission is so important. You think it's easy until you enter marriage.
Knowing that this is the head and the tail.
Who told you I'm the tail? There's nothing like that, guys. We are joking. Knowing that is the head of the house, head of the family.
Yes.
So you have to know. You have to learn to submit. It may sound easy that I'm submitting, but once you're with the person, you find out the same person who is irritating you and annoying you is the same person you're supposed to submit to. It becomes hard.
Yeah, mostly when it comes, like the man is annoying, but you are submitted. There are things that have not gone on right, but you are submitted. You have to really submit. You have to agree. You have to go with his agenda most of the times.
Yeah,
it's really hard.
Submission is very hard. And I found out that men, most of the times, they want respect.
Yeah.
So you submit, you respect. There is a way you need to be so broken and so humble as a woman.
Yeah, I'm sure it becomes more difficult mostly when a woman has more money.
Not all, by the way. There are those who have money, but they are really submitted.
Okay.
But a higher percentage.
It's hard to submit.
You are making your money.
Money becomes a husband.
I know. It becomes a husband. So truly it's hard, but it's one of the things that can build your marriage. Submission, respect.
Yes, guys, in marriage there are testing phases. Sometimes it can be financial, sometimes it can be outside, maybe family tests, like a lot of other tests.
You'll be tested the same way you're tested in life. In life you can go through a rough time and they're like, God, why me? It's the same thing in marriage. Actually, when they say when you get married, they say you're still in honeymoon phase. There's a time where reality hits, and also there's a phase where you are literally tested in your marriage. I tell you, we once went that phase. It's not a pleasing phase. And I understand why some people, when they go through that phase, they divorce.
It's really hard, guys, to go through. Sometimes it can be financial and it hits really hard.
So you have to really know.
Sometimes it can be other factors, but they still hits really hard.
To test you, whether you loved each other, are you going to stand with each other or not? I remember I went through that phase. My God, it's one of the worst positions to be in. Mostly when you are tested financially. That's when actually if you are not strong, it will end there.
And also it requires submission, because sometimes it needs to listen to one another and understand one another, be on the same page even when you are tested.
Support each other to stand together. Okay, there is no money here. What can we do? Not that, you're supposed to provide you money, we are hungry, food. that one can't solve anything.
Yeah.
That's why people end up when they are breaking up.
Yeah.
Because I know as women, sometimes when things are not going okay, we talk a lot. Yep. Money for what? School fees is this. And the men I've seen, they don't talk much.
They keep quiet.
But just inside they are hurting.
Yeah.
And when they find out that if I go home, things are not well, I'm still going to be nagged by my wife.
That's why, by the way, I don't know if it's the reason why sometimes when men go through that testing phase, when they get now the money, they find maybe other women. Why? Yeah. Because maybe during that time, the connection was not that much. Maybe we are insulting instead of bringing each other together.
Yeah, so that phase is there in marriage, a testing phase. You might be going through it now. Just to know that everyone who enters marriage goes through it. It might not be the same problem, but just to know everyone goes through something. In that phase, if you are not really strong, truly that will be the end of it.
And mostly when you go through that phase, the most important thing is to remain in God.
That's
to pray as a couple, not as even one person. To pray, to seek for answers, to go through it. For us, what helped us is prayer. It's God.
Through that drought phase, it was God who helped us. Because it's very easy to make bad decisions when you're in such situation. You can make so bad decisions that you regret after. So just know that a testing phase will always come in marriage. It's one of the hardest, but you can't avoid it. You always be tested once in your life. So you have to be strong on that. So guys, also most of the times I've seen marriage is defined by what you hear.
Yeah.
If you are married, what you hear in your head or from other people is more important in building your marriage. One, first of all, you can't be married and all your friends are people with failed marriages. Firstly, people who have failing marriages, who don't have any good thing about marriage. People are always saying marriage, what? And those are your friends. Just to know that you're on your road to yours to fail.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
It is so important. By the way, it's one of the biggest, mostly to women. When you get married, make sure the people you're associating with, they have something good to say about marriage.
Yeah.
That's when you hear something, even if you're going through a challenge, you feel so inspired, like, it will work out for me. Not that every time you hear bad things, my husband is this, man, I'm frogs, what? How will you build your marriage? You can't. What you hear is so important.
Yeah.
And also the thing of when you get married and all your friends are single, you hang out with single ladies. The conversations there, just
you will soon be single.
You also soon join them, trust me. When you get married, also hang out with married people. Hang out with people with marriages that are doing good. Marriages you aspire yours to reach. Not that all your friends, they don't have anything good to say about marriage. You play with the single ladies. You're always outings with single ladies. It's a recipe. Because the anointing of singleness, it attaches on you.
Meaning you avoid hearing or listening to people who are saying bad about marriage. Because there are people who are enjoying marriage. Like us. I'm telling you, we are enjoying marriage. If you want to listen from us, watch these videos over and over. Watch us the way we do. We are very happy people. It's so good.
But when you hear wrong things, to tell you the truth, one of the things that preserved me, I don't have a lot of people, even not having too many friends, it helps you a lot. I don't have a lot of people who speak to me about marriage. Like, what? I don't hear a lot of things. There are things I choose to close my ears to. I only hear good things. And it keeps on motivating you.
And by the way, it's your choice to choose that I will listen to this, I won't listen to this.
Anyone who comes with the bad news,
no.
I'm not entertaining that. I only hear good news. So guys, as you see me and my husband here, we are so happily married, 2 years in marriage. We are enjoying. We are not saying there are no challenges. No, challenges are always there, but we've learned to navigate through them. So just to know, in every marriage, if you are married, you understand what I'm saying. If you are not yet married and you think it's going to be cakes and pies and pizzas, just to prepare yourself that when you get married, these are some of the challenges that are there. Likely enough, we shared them with you.
Yes.
You know, when you enter, you're not going to be selfish with your money. You know you're going to submit. You know you're going to learn to stay with someone you never grew up with and tolerate each other. And most importantly, forgiveness. Marriage, a successful marriage is forgiveness, number 1. Number 2, forgiveness. Number 3, forgiveness. Number 4, forgiveness. Number 5, forgiveness.
For us, we forgave ourselves before we even got married.
Because you have to tolerate a lot and you have to forgive many times. So just know that if you are not yet married, this is going to help you. If you are married, just know if you are going through those drought phases, they will pass. Those are testing phases, and don't let those situations break your marriage, make wrong decisions, and lead you to divorce. So guys, we hope this video you found it useful. If you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. See you in our next video.